Good morning. Good morning, good morning. How is everyone? It's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. Jesse's right here, laying at my feet again. She's a little bit mad. There you go. She's a little bit mad that I'm not playing with her anymore because we were playing with her ball and her bone, and now all of a sudden she's like, excuse me? Why have you stopped? All right. Sass and Twee, hello. I actually just saw your thick thighs post and about died. I love it. Move over a little bit. Okay, so today we are going to draw super simple little leaf thing, kind of like this, but instead of filling it with the satin stitch, 3 strands, we're going to fill them with little detached chain stitches, one on each side, and you're going to want to make your leaf shape a little bit different than this and a little bit smaller. So I figure I'll show you on the old practice hoop, and then you can kind of get an idea. So this one was like this. Yeah. Hi, Sarah. And this next one, you can curve it that way or you can curve it that way. It doesn't matter. This next one, you're going to try and make the little leaves a little bit smaller. Not too small, obviously, because I'm going to use all 6 strands. So you're going to make them a little bit of a different shape. So instead of kind of a point on each end, you're just going to have a point where they meet the stem. What would this be called? Vine. We're just going to have a point here. So instead of like a point and a point at the top, you're just going to have a point here and then a curve at the top. So hopefully that's clear. And I'm going to make mine kind of coming over this side and a slight overlap with this. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to have it overlap because I don't want to have this right here be lost. So I'm just going to have it overlap just on the corner here, I think. So let's see. How far up should I make it? Maybe like that? And however many leaves, that's your business, whatever you feel like. Instead of putting them right next to each other like this, you could do it alternating. Yeah, and then have these ones up like this. So they're not necessarily straight across from each other, but it kind of goes every other one. You can do like that if you want. It's up to you. I'm kind of wishing that I did that now because it does look really pretty. Now, obviously, I'm going to make it up for here, and I might stick another little one down here too. Okay? And I'm going to use a variegated thread. Now, with variegated thread, the thread changes color by itself as you use it. So you'll kind of start with maybe dark or light, and then you'll end with dark or light. It just depends on which one you use. I'm looking for the end. Hi, Claire. So you can see as I'm pulling it, it's this kind of darker green, and then it gets lighter and lighter until it goes almost white, but not. And then it continues to get darker again. So that's what I'm going to use. You can use any green that you want, or you can use a variegated. On with the show says, cute. I'm so behind, but I'll catch up eventually. So tomorrow is a catch-up day. I will go live tomorrow because I have some other things to work on. So I will do a catch-up video. But obviously you don't have to come. You don't have to come to it because there's nothing new. Just to chat, faff about. Claire says, oh, I have some variegated green in my stash. That's just perfect then. Now, there's kind of a couple ways that you can do this because the color changes. Yeah? So some people have done the stem first and then gone back and done the leaves, and that makes it the color change a bit different. And actually, I think I have one in my bathroom. Sorry. So like here, I've obviously done the stem first and then gone back and the color changed as I was doing the leaves. Or like this one, I did them kind of all at once so that, I mean, obviously it's a different stitch than we're going to do. But that's kind of how it looks if you make the stem and the leaves at the same time, as opposed to doing the stem first because of the color change. Let's see if there's another one like that. So again, I did the stem and then I came down and did this side first and then went back up to that side. So the color change makes it quite interesting because one, they're not all the same color, but two, you can kind of plan where to put the color change so that like it works out for you, you know? There's no right or wrong way with the variegated thread. I'm gonna try to work from the bottom all the way to the top, I think. And we'll see how that works. So for the middle, I'm just doing a simple like back stitch / straight stitch. So from here to here, here to here, here to here, just one stitch for each section. But obviously I said I'm going to work from the bottom to the top. So I'm going to actually do this one and then these two little bits and then the next straight thing and then these two little bits. So we'll see. And actually I started in the wrong place because I need to go up again for the detached chain stitch. So this is kind of what I mean by about like planning your stitching, because sometimes you need to know where you need to go up next so that you can plan where to put your needle. So for example, there's a knot right there. For the detached chain stitch, you have to come up. Come on. You have to come up at these points. So you can't go down at that point because otherwise it would take out the stitch I just did. You know? So you come up here. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize this was so congested. Okay. And you make a loop. So it's like the chain stitch that we did over here. Actually, it's like these ones, but we're going down in the same spot. Yeah? So we're not making a gap. We're just going straight down in the same spot. So with these ones, we actually had left some space so that we could go in the middle with the straight stitch. But for this one, we're just going to have a nice sharp point. And I'm going to go to the other side. This is not working out very well. I not the stitch, it's the planning because of my however many threads I have going down in that same spot. And we're just gonna lay this over top and stitch it straight over top. So when you stitch over top, try not to go in like at an angle like this because it separates the threads. So you kind of want to come straight up where you want it. And that way it won't pull. Oh, Jessie's gone to bed. Yeah? And then I'm gonna go back up through this hole. And then up one. And this only has to do with the color. This little like pattern that I'm doing. So if I wanted to do just the stem, you could do back stitch up the stem. That would be the easier way. And then come back down and do each of these little leaves. Maybe you can see better that way. And then we come back through and do each of these little things. And hopefully, since I've planned it right, the very tip will be the lightest color, or maybe even going back to the darkest color. We'll see. We'll see how far I get. So I hope it's not confusing because of the variegated thread. I could have just started and just gone like willy-nilly and just decided, well, I'm just going to do it this way. It's fine. Wherever the colors lay, the colors lay. That's fine too. But I thought because I have a lighter color here, I didn't really want to have this light color falling on top of it because maybe you wouldn't be able to see it as well. So that's kind of the only trick when doing variegated thread, is that sometimes you kind of do need to plan the colors out a little bit. But for most of the time when I use variegated thread, I just go for it. Just whatever may lay, may lay. And then obviously once you get the hang of it and once you've kind of figured out what your pattern is, then it's quick. Mostly mine was slow because there's a lot of knots around here and I didn't realize that. So it's my fault. So kind of the same with these ones. The trick is to not pull too tight. If you pull too tight, then you'll just get a straight line going straight up and straight down. Whoops. Don't worry. Got a little bit crazy there. And you really don't want to have a straight up and straight down line. You really want it to have like a nice round, you know, little leaf to it. I can't wait to see the color change. I hope it actually changes by the tip. Otherwise, I might have to improvise. Add another stitch in there or something. Add something else. I want the color to change, damn it. I'm sure it will. So how is everyone's Friday? Are we surviving? Hopefully we are. And it's Valentine's Day, so everyone's sharing what their Valentine got them. Or at least on Instagram and Facebook. They seem to be. I don't think we're doing anything, really. Next week we're going to the Chester Zoo So I'm excited about that. Ooh, Neat Cute Designs is going to a wedding tonight at the Science Center. Oh, that sounds fun. What's the Science Center? Sarah says she loves Fridays because she doesn't work. Ha! Claire says, Happy Valentine's. James has to run out to the shops this morning because he forgot. Oh. Joe says, it's inset day, so got my little boy with me. We're both enjoying watching you stitch. Oh, that's nice. David, my husband David, is a teacher as well. And he does not have an inset day, but it's the last day before half term. So he's like, all of the kids are going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. And it's pretty much like a write-off day where most of the classes like are not really doing anything. He teaches year 6. And he's like, I don't know why they like have us come in these days. And I was like, well, because if they didn't come in Friday, then Thursday would be the last day. And then they'd be crazy on Thursday. So, you know? It's always the last day before holidays. So you can kind of see the color change. Not very much though, which I'm a little bit like bummed. It makes me want to add another one somewhere so that I can like see it. Yeah, so that's why next week we're going to Cadbury World, which is here in Birmingham, where they make all the Cadbury chocolate. And then we're taking our niece there. And then what else? Oh yeah, Chester Zoo's on Wednesday, and then there's like an outlet mall or something there. And we're gonna go check that out the next day. So hopefully that'll be fun. I'm excited for the zoo. I hope that we have good weather for it and it's not like raining. Sass and Twee says, I've got the smallest off because of an inset day, so he's quote unquote helping me mark up a banner commission. Help. Oops. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Helping. I'm not gonna lie. I used to be a nanny for like a long time, like 10 years before moving to China. And I think sometimes even having a dog is like worse. Because let me tell you, Jessie, she always wants to help all the time. And I always hate it when people compare a dog to having a baby because, like, it's not the same. It's not the same. But sometimes, man, she is persistent. Laying on all my stuff, trying to play, laying on my feet. I'm like, can you just go take a nap? Sarah says, oh, yes, MacArthur Glen Outlet is good up there. Is that by Chester Zoo? Is that the one by Chester Zoo? Well, that's where we're going to go at least. Okay, let's zoom out and you can see the color change. Ta-da! Oh, it's so pretty. I really want to add another one now. But I know there's like something else to go here. And there's like something to go here. And here. Oh, I want to add another one. Maybe I could add a little one like right there or something. Ooh, Sarah says, I think we're going to the London Zoo next week. Never been before. I've never been before either. But I remember in someone's stories, I think it was Emily Coxhead. She was in a taxi going along the road and she just saw a giraffe head hanging out over the fence because like whatever road she was on is like the road that's like right next to the zoo where the giraffes are. So like she's like filming, talking in her taxi, and like as she's going along there's like just some giraffes that pass, and I was like, oh, giraffes are like, what? Why are they out? And I didn't realize it was the zoo. But so yeah, Sass and Tree says that change worked perfectly. Cute, huh? You can kind of judge by how like quick the color changes, because it seems like this one, it like doesn't, like the color doesn't last very long, and then it goes straight back to this like darker one, whereas this one is a different color. It's not the Anchor brand, because I'm using mostly Anchor brand threads, but this one has like almost like a much longer, it's like almost like a yellowy one. It's the same color that I used for this one. So you can see it kind of changes a bit more quickly. Or maybe the color like lasts a little bit longer. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's not much of this really, really, really light color. There's more of the dark color. So yeah, that's variegated threads. And when you work with them, they kind of change colors as you go. So quite fun. So that's it from me today. I figured, one, it's Valentine's Day, so people probably don't want to be, you know, stitching for like a long, long time. They'd rather be having some fun time with their significant other or with themselves for Valentine's Day. Love yourself, right? So take that how you will. And then tomorrow is a catch-up day, so there'll probably only be one video for tomorrow because I'm all caught up with this one. But I'm not caught up with the paid one, so I'll probably be working on the paid one. Fun time. Mixtape Kate creates. She got it. So I'll probably work on the other one, or I'll do a bit of work on something else, like a different hoop that I haven't finished yet. And then we can just maybe like chat in the morning for a little bit, chill. And yeah, it's like your free day. So have a lovely time this evening or today or this morning by yourself or with a friend for Valentine's Day. Make sure you have some lovely food. And yeah, just enjoy yourself. And yeah, I'll see you in a minute for the paid one if you want to watch that. Or I'll see you tomorrow and we'll chat some more. Okay? Enjoy your Friday. Thanks, Joe. Have a great day.